I'm sitting here trying to make a we're not in Kansas anymore, but we're not. Because, well, I'm a few days after the latest race in the NASCAR Cup Series. But let's talk about the Kansas Speedway race. I'm going to try and do this in one of those one-take styles I have done more recently, because I have a lot of thoughts about it. And we're going to start off with the winner. What a run by Chase Elliott at the end. He did really well to get through the pack, though it did help that the Toyota decided to implode over that final green-white checkered. And, yeah, he gets himself into the round of 8. It means that there's a Hendrick guaranteed in there. In some ways, that's good for Hendrick, because, well, when we have a look at the playoff bubble, yeah, the other two that are still in are relatively safe, but a bad weekend at the Roval can just throw a massive spanner in the works, though, more or less, Larson's safe. He's 54 above the cut line right now. He would require a winner from below the cut line, as well as just the most awful luck. I mean, remember at the Roval, what was it, a couple of years ago, he had the battery come off, or the alternator break, and still went up to, I think, even win, didn't he? But I think the story is probably a continued Toyota implosion. Bubba Wallace could have won himself through to the round of 8, and that 23 team, is it Charles Ike is his new crew chief? They've worked together so well this season in so many different places. I mean, they managed to get their first regular season win as a team, and it was the Brickyard 400. It was one of the crown jewel races. That was incredibly impressive. And despite all of what happened there, Wallace still led 13 laps. He still gets the top 5. He still beats Kyle Larson. He's still 2 places ahead of his teammate Tyler Reddick. That was a really nice run that they had in that race. It just is a shame it got undone by all the Toyotas choose to be ridiculously aggressive over that final green-white checker. The one that was brought out by what was an almighty wreck, which put Zane Smith on his side. Good to see him getting out safe. But for Toyota, they might be turning around to Legacy and saying, hey, that red flag that you caused kind of ruined our chances there. Because it was a double overtime, wasn't it? We don't see that many overtimes at the moment. It was, 12 months ago? We were like, oh, we've just had one with like 7 or 8 overtimes. We've had another one with 5 overtimes. The Cota race last year was frankly absurd, wasn't it? I think it was last year's one where we had a ridiculously high level of overtimes. But no, not this time around. And that was actually pretty good. It's nice to have overtime finish. It's nice to maybe even go to double once in a while. But I mean, I'm avoiding some of the more interesting results right now just by talking about that. Because in the top 10, you have Brad Keselowski, who's the first non-playoff driver in the top 10, or even in the standings. Then you have Byron. Then you have Shane Van Gisbergen getting a top 10. And I noticed this, was it as we went to the first overtime, that SVG was the lead track house and was running in the top 10. I was like, hang on. Is he finally sussing the ovals? That was great to see. And if he can start to suss the ovals, especially mile and a halfs, the cookie clickers, that will be amazing. Because I have no doubt he's going to be competitive at the Roval. He is the ultimate kind of road course ringer at a time when we thought with the next gen, the road course ringers were no more. But if he's able to be consistent, if he's able to be dependable, he will be the next H.A. Allmendinger. He will be the next Michael McDowell. And that is great to see. Elsewhere, I want to wrap up a little bit by talking about the playoff bubble. Joey Logano, who had some good runs over the course of the race and even managed to survive a couple of wrecks, ends up at the cut line. He's 13 to the good, 13 out is Chastain. Another 13 below is Bubba Wallace, who pointed out in his post-race interview, well, we're 1 point even closer to the cut line. He's still 3 points and 1 place above his teammate as well. Cindric is 48 out, and that is must win. pretty much. I mean, it's got to be must-win, right? Because if something goes wrong for Logano and he drops below, Chastain could climb up, Wallace could climb up, Reddick could climb up. So it's all about the net gains and losses. It's looking like we will lose a Penske in this round. It's looking like we will lose at least one Toyota. Will we lose a Chevy, or will we see all 4 of the remaining bow ties go through? Could we be down to one Ford in the round of 8? It could happen. But either way, folks, thank you so much for watching and joining. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until next time, as always, it's bye-bye for now.